next question is from Isaac Katende, popularly known as... That's you, right? Yes, please introduce yourself.
Thank you. Hello? Yes. Thank you, Natasha. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Good morning, His Excellency.
Morning, Katende.
How are you doing, sir?
Very well.
I can see. Things seem to be going well for you. Now, just a minute, Madam Natasha, I just want to borrow just 2 minutes before I ask my question. I hope the camera is getting me well. Okay, so we are live on Kasuku Live, and I want to tell all my followers out there that welcome to the presidential edition of Kasuku Live. We came and finally we get to ask the big man our questions. So before I go any further, I would want to first shout out to my people out there. My Jaja is watching alongside my son and my wife. Mwenamba tumiddeko banaye gye muli eyo mugamba mutya. Zubeda wangambye omukulu we mutuukako nkwogereko. Ogamba otya, Shalom, Frank Ntambi, nammwe mwenna abali eyo. Kansubire nti muli bulungi. So the question I have is about digital media, Your Excellency. Today I don't want to brag, but I'm one of the biggest YouTubers in this country. In real time here, we had over 10,000 people before we went off that we are watching on Kasuku Live. So that means it is something very big. For the youth, we are making money off these platforms. Like you can see, Natasha is here with her phone and a stand. And today you're talking to over 2 million, 3 million, 5 million Ugandans with all of us combined. But we have not yet seen government involvement in supporting us. We are not talking of supporting us in terms of giving us money because we are making the money. Of course, courtesy of the environment the government has placed for us to be able to work. But we are seeing issues like the cost of internet is high. We are seeing platforms like YouTube. We are not seeing government coming up to tell us or even to understand what the digital space is. Of course, people talk about digital this, digital that, but we have not yet seen someone who has come up to grasp it. Where Natasha is trying, you can see, she's putting up these engagements for us, you know, to come and talk to you. But we want the technocrats, we want you to understand that even if we are not farming, but we can use this digital space because it has so many apps like YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. People are selling items there, people are creating content on there, and they are making money, they are very okay. However, what we have received now, we see government coming up, shutting down Facebook. Some government officials are telling us we shall lock down TikTok, you know, all those things. And then we are wondering if this is trying to solve the issue of unemployment, how come nobody is trying to come closer to us to understand how this works and to see how they can help us? That is...
I can see that Katende lives in Jerusalem, but doesn't know what is happening there. I was the first follower of that capacity of the digital. Because previously we were depending on satellite. People who were communicating by radio, by digital, electronic. We are doing so through satellite. The physics of that is line of sight. That's the physics of satellite. It's like I see with my eye, then enhanced. But it was very expensive. I don't have the details here. There was so many dollars per megabyte or so. There's something there, the way they calculate it. Is it megabyte or what? The cost. Per what? It was a lot of money. So Kateni didn't know that I'm the one who worked very hard to bring the backbone, the underground network. What do you call it? Huh?
Fiber?
The internet. Yes, I am the one. I'm here. There was a problem which I were following very closely. Of course, Kateni didn't know because he was comfortable in his house. But me, I was not sleeping because the undersea cable from Asia was passing through the port near, through Eden. It was passing through Eden to the Red Sea and going to Europe. And then another undersea cable was passing from Cape Town, Atlantic. So there was a gap between Eden and South Africa, which we worked with so many people. There's now undersea cable to Mombasa, to Dar es Salaam, and then underground cable from there to here now, from Mombasa and from Dar es Salaam. That's how the cost came down. The cost, you can get the figures how it came down from so much by satellite to so much now. It is much now. There was a tax there. We had put a tax. I don't remember. I think that's what you should discuss. If the technology now is there because the underground cable is there, and it is being sent to all parts of the country. You can check. I think even Arua now may already be having the underground cable. That's the infrastructure which is crucial. Now, if there are any other little issues like tax or what, that can be looked at. But the infrastructure, we foresaw that and we put it there. Now, there were attempts by the telephone companies to monopolize, but we said no. Electricity, the railway, and the internet backbone, they call it internet backbone, must be owned by the government so that we are not there to make profit.
All these shoots. Thank you, Excellency. Thank you for the time you've given us to come here and have a chat with you. I know you have a very busy schedule, but you've taken time off to allow us to come here and have a few words with you. I'm a digital content creator, and yeah, you've said certain things about the internet and how it works, but I still feel if you allow, through Natasha, we want to engage you more with the digital content creators to make you understand our job. There are so many people who are employed through digital content creation. Maybe we can see how we try to explain to you what our job entails. How do we harmonize to bring it into most of the ideas you have about taking this country forward, because most of the youth we are trying to talk to, the youth, the government says right now are the biggest population, they are dealing with digital and digital content creation. And we really need the government to come and we work together to harmonize with us, to enhance with us, to support us in all the ways possible, as to be part of the government's programs going forward. So I don't know if you could allow us, we get some time.
You make proposals. You make proposals and bring them to Natasha.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Finally, as before I give a vote of thanks, they always tell us when you go to visit your jaja, they pack for you things, matoke, sweet potatoes and what. So the people told me as I came, they told me, don't forget to tell Jaja that we are here. He should pack for us some things, give you, and you bring, we enjoy. As the judge, I said, well, Luseke moving, Luseke coming. Said yes. So as a judge, I'll be waiting. You load me with the things for the bazukulu out there, and we go. I know you don't like dancing a lot, but man, we want to have a good time. So yes, we want to go out there and we enjoy ourselves here and there after we've seen our judge. Other than that, thank you very much for your time, and we hope you give us more of these engagements. May not be us necessarily all the time, but to those other people, because now we feel we are closer to you. I had never seen you one-on-one real time. So I used to say, hey, because growing up they told us, so now I'm looking at the man, I'm like, wow, the guy is here. So it's a pleasure, and thank you, Natasha, for picking me out to represent all the other YouTubers out there. And I hope, like the president has asked, we are going to engage more with you, and you help us push the agenda. Mr. President, we are not bad people. We are only trying to do our jobs, to feed our families, and to see that we get better. So if we get into good books with you, I don't know who's told you people are misusing the internet, but well, those who are misusing it are few, and you can always cap them out. But the biggest part of us, we are really doing well on the internet. So thank you very much for your time, and we hope to see you again. Thank you.
Okay, regarding Okurongora is when people come, the way you reward, you give them gifts. I don't want to go to prison because I'm a candidate. So if I Kurongora people, I'll be arrested for bribing. So I think we shall have to wait after the election, then we sort out issues. Do we have a lawyer here? NRM lawyer? Huh? Mm-hmm. But Dombo knows, she's from the secret. What is the policy on gifts?
Hello. Your Excellency, there are certain activities accepted within the framework of the campaigns. For instance, the people who have come here have spent transport in truck in coming here.
That one I can refund.
Now for the other gifts, they will be best suited, Your Excellency, if it can be arranged after the elections and they come to congratulate you, then it would be a better time for it to happen. But the most important thing now is that they came from somewhere, they must go back and they spend on the way when they are coming. If you could, as you wish, and facilitate them to go back.
That one I will happily do. 1 million, 1 million.
That will be pleasant. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
That one I would happily do. I would even have done more, but now, we shall find out and let you know why it is not even lower. Now, recently, I have been in talk with Elon Musk. He has been telling me that his satellite, it's called Starlink, that when I allow him to come here, although it is satellite, because satellite was expensive, that's why we migrated from satellite to underground cable. But Elon Musk has been telling me that no, satellite is now cheaper. They call it last, what? When they go to the last person.
Last mile.
Huh?
Last mile.
Last mile. There's also something about, they say there about the person, the customer. Direct to the customer. So we are studying that. We shall, if it is true, we shall allow Elon Musk to bring his satellites here. If they can make that digital connection cheaper than the underground, then we shall. I became aware of this long before Katenda was born. When were you born? When were you born?
I was born 6 years after you came.
At that time, because
No, 4 years.
4 years.
Yes.
1990.
Yes.
Yeah, because when I visited China, 89, that's when I negotiated with what was the company? The one which did the internet? Huawei. That's when I negotiated with Huawei. So we are aware of all of that.
Next question is from Marcela Kareche.
Mzee, you've already touched on Pan-Africanism, citing strategic security as a major reason. And you kind of preempted this question, but please repeat your wisdom. What lessons can we learn from America's actions in Venezuela, for example, recently?
Well, the one thing you can learn is that Venezuela, I don't know what they are fighting for. I'm still watching, studying it, because the Americans are saying that this was the Uganda August of June 1963. I remember I was at Ntare in the school. They hung this paper on the notes board. And I was so happy because we had Kenyatta, Obote, Mwalimu saying now they are going to cause East Africa to build East African Federation that year, 1963. Wadri, come and take it and take it around. Wadri, come. Muleke. Mawadri. Okay, now you take it around. Go from here, this side. You keep it. It's your gift. So, I don't know what they are calling about. The Americans are saying that some of the Latin Americans are sending drugs to the U.S. But whatever the case, we shall find out, we shall learn more. But whatever the case is, you can see the gaps, which I'm telling you about. Because the Americans are operating from 4 dimensions. They're operating from sea, they're in the sea. The Latin Americans are not there. They don't have a navy. Then they can come with air force, and then space. They're in space. Now they are trying to come on land, which of course is very risky also for the Americans. There you come near, because even me, who has got a short range, I can harm you. But there you are at an advantage. You are seeing me in space. I'm not seeing you. You are in the ocean. I'm not there. I'm here. So this is what we are talking about. That the Africans, because of that was our target in 1963. And Mwalimu was going to move, but Kenyatta and Obote decided to remain big fishes in smaller ponds. Some people like that. When you're a big fish in a smaller pond, you feel very, very big. But when trouble comes, you may not survive. So, the issue of the strategic security of Africa is very crucial. East African Federation, I'm glad the East African leaders have never given up. Even when we were last in Arusha, they appointed me as an advocate for the Federation, so that we are able to unite our land space, unite our sea space, have more resources to be able to build capacity in the 4 dimensions: on land, at sea, in the air, and in the space. Go to space. Let's go to space. We can't remain here when other people are in space and you think we are clever. Dancing and watching European football clubs. It's very, very risky for you people. So you should wake up and wake up the young generation. Yes, the young generation should have pleasure, but also they must have security, a secure future. And they have all the potential, because like East Africa is very strong. Because we can use Swahili. They are the same groups. You have Kenyans like Nyangweso. That Nyangweso is a Kenyan. He's here. All those Samias are from Kenya. Then we have Congolese. Also here, Banyarwanda, they are all. So East Africa is a very powerful unit for the black race. Yes, you can have smaller countries in the world, like in Denmark, but they all have a center of gravity. When they're in trouble, there's a big boy like the US to defend them. Now the African race have no center of gravity. And you are here just dancing in Pakachini, dancing in Pakachini. very risky very risky. You have Kenyans like Nyangweso, that Nyangweso is a Kenyan, is here. All those Sanyas are from Kenya. Then we have Congolese, also here, Banyarwanda, they are all. So East Africa is a very powerful unit for the black race. Yes, you can have smaller countries in the world, like in Denmark, but they all have a center of gravity. When they're in trouble, there's a big boy like the US to defend them. Now the African race have no center of gravity. And you are here just dancing in Pakachini, Very risky very risky. I was young like you. I would also dance, swing girls like this. But I would also remember to fight. Fight, study, fight, work, and dance once in a while. But the problem is that you are now dancing all the time. Thank you very much.